said, this is in relation to the Education Foundation campaign for 2015. Nearly zero to producing the most from secondary campuses, the contributions. And so looking at the things that we did. Now you'll notice that here there's 3 names. So me as the principal, Becky as academic principal, and then Patty Hill, who's not here this morning. Unfortunately, she's sick. But she was definitely a part of this team, the care team, that made this happen. And she was my administrative assistant last year. And so I just wanted to let you know who that was. Okay, the first important, really, really important component is selecting the right care captain or captains. And I'm going to be honest with you. 2 years ago at Boswell, I don't know who the care captain was. 2 years ago at Boswell, I don't think I heard anything about Education Foundation campaign. I'm just going to be honest. And when you see how dismal the contributions were, you'll see that what I'm telling you is true. So it's absolutely critical that the right person is selected. So when this information came out last year, and so we were looking at who was the right person to be the care captain, we actually took it to our department heads and we were talking about it. And I said, who on campus is this person that can really get this off the ground and can be the cheerleader? And the department heads looked at me and said, you? And I was like, oh, okay. And so I accepted it, and I didn't know what I was getting into. And so I attended a meeting with Ms. Johnson, and I took Ms. Peggy with me, and I said, okay, we're the care captains. And he was like, of what? And I was like, I don't know what we're doing. Let's go. So we go to this meeting, and at the meeting, as Ms. Johnson is talking about the campaign, my brain is going a mile a minute. We have to do what? And we have how long? And we want 100% participation? How are we going to do this? And so it was really important, though, to have that mindset of really thinking outside the box and knowing your campus and knowing what you can do to get it off the ground. And so that campus leader doesn't have to be you, doesn't have to be an assistant principal. You can look at the department head, a level lead, teacher of the year, but it's going to have to be that person that can really get out there and be dynamic about it, and that's the critical component. And they have to be that campus cheerleader. Maybe a previous Education Foundation grant recipient. I will tell you, when we sent out the original information, we had pictures of all of our people that had previously been awarded the grants or the scholarships, so they were already on board. One of the first emails that we sent out, well, it was the first email that we sent out, we let our teaching staff know that 100% of the administrative staff had already contributed. And that was really important, and that came from our department heads, because they said, you make the most money, we want to see that you contributed to it. That role of the care captain, that initial kickoff, is absolutely critical, because you have to explain what it is. And the terminology that we used is, this is for teachers. Give back to your own profession. And that's why it was so critical that they saw that we as administrators were giving back to them as teachers. It has to be well-planned advertisement, ongoing advertisement, because it's a 6-week campaign. And if you do it once, and then you do it at the end of the campaign, you're not going to get the buy-in. Watch for paydays. Paydays are going to be real critical, because of course people are going to be more willing to give at that time. Communication to all. This was the one thing that I walked away with, because I knew from previous years that I didn't know anything about it. So to ensure that it was getting to all people at all times. So we were sending out emails, we were talking about it in department head meetings, we were talking about it in level lead meetings, we were talking about it in the hall. And so every opportunity that we had, we talked about it. And again, going back to the participation of the principal is critical. So what specifically did Boswell do? So day one, we did an email launch with incentives. Many of you know that we operate based off of houses. And so at Boswell, knowing that culture and what would work for the campus is that we implemented as part of a house war. And so we pitted the 3 houses against one another. And so from an elementary perspective, one of the things that you could do is you could make it a level war, a grade level war, to where you're just making it a friendly competition. And so, of course, one of the big incentives at our campus is jeans. So what we did is we tied jeans to any contribution, but we set a limit or a floor. And that floor was it had to be a minimum of $5 to get the jeans. But what we were really looking for is we were looking for those larger contributions, because then they were going to get jeans for all 6 weeks. They were going to get to be a part of the drawing, and then they were going to be the winner of the House Wars. And it's this ugly bee that travels around that our campus absolutely loves. Day 3, we did an advertisement of the percentage of those that were participating. And so we broke it down by house. So that competition, it was like the fury that was going on in the campus. Pretty cool. And then each week, we did an update on the participation. We always reminded the full staff about the jeans. The jeans were on Thursday, so they got to wear jeans Thursday and Fridays. And so we would send out that reminder on Wednesday saying, those of you that are participating in the Education Foundation, we'll see you in jeans tomorrow. If you haven't yet contributed, you know where the office is, you can come and participate. It's not too late. And so we kept having more and more come in that way. The end of the campaign, we of course did a campus celebration. It was not until the end that we realized that we were the #1 secondary campus, and so that went over very, very well. So we celebrated, of course, the amount of money that was contributed, and then our House Award champion was crowned. So we've already got excitement built up for this year, because of course we want a continuation of what we did last year.
In looking at this, these are important dates that you all might want to take note of. A lot of this we can also find on the Education Foundation website. But first off, we're going to have a kickoff party, and that'll be, I still think it's planned for September 16th, but 3:45 was the time I have written. Are we still doing 3:45? So it'll be at 3:45. That's the campaign kickoff that you're going to want to send your care captain to. So whichever person you're selecting to kind of lead the campaign, there'll be a kickoff party on the 16th. The date of collection is going to be between the 16th of September and 30th of October. Pledge cards, though, need to be done by the 29th of October by 4:30 that day. Okay, so just important information there.
Where's the kickoff?
The kickoff party, did you decide to do it HCT or HCT?
No, it will be at admin.
At the admin facility of the school board. Does that answer your question? Okay. Guys, keep in mind the big picture. Even though we tell the teachers this is going back to you, we know at the end of the day it's for benefit of the students. Everything we do here, whether it's producing a higher education and helping a teacher pay for schooling, to getting stuff in the classroom, and I've already got teachers coming up and they're asking me, hey, can we purchase some high-tech lenses for iPhones for students? Well, guess what? This is a perfect opportunity to be able to do that. So the teachers that are asking for kind of the oddball things, and they've hopefully already written grants for that, this is what it's for. So we want to encourage that in the classrooms. The incentive packages, that is a big piece of the campaigns. We put that in the emails. We'll take that $5 floor for the jeans, but we really try to sell that, hey, there's a raffle. And I know Tammy Thomas, last year, she won, I think, was it 100 or 500? You won
500.
She got the 500 for being in that raffle. So that's something we'll market again this year to encourage teachers to donate at the higher amount. But that donation card, that pledge card, can be deducted from their paycheck over the year-long period. And that's another easy sell for teachers. So just kind of think of those in and outs and how you're going to market it to your staff. This is the results we had from last year, plus the goal setting as a district for this year. For the last 3 years, we started at a goal of $15,921 with 273 participants in 2013-14. You see the increase to last year, and now our goal for this year is going to be $41,000 with 525 participants.
And that's district.
That's district, correct. Now you're seeing, though, we just wanted to use the example of what you can do within 1 year, and you see with Boswell, 2 years ago, $150. But then with the strong campaign, the promotion, the marketing, getting 100% of our staff, even though it says 59 there, we had 100% of our staff donate. The 59 is the pledge cards. We had teachers just go, hey, here's 20 bucks. can I wear jeans, please? And I'll be honest, Patty Hill was awesome. If she'd see somebody on Thursday wearing jeans, and she'd go, you didn't donate, pay up. And they would give her money. And that all went to this. So there's the little things like that that are humorous, but yet it raises money for the Education Foundation that we really kind of carried on. It was a lot of fun. So make sure you guys are setting your personal campus goals. If you're not sure what your campus data was from last year, it's still on that Education Foundation website. You can go there, you can find it, you can see where were we last year, the year before, and use that as a motivator for your campus. Lastly, guys, and that's the key, pick the right care captain.
And you're going to receive documents, it'll either be today or tomorrow. I think they're coming out from Dr. Parker, is that right? Johnson's going to send it to you to send out?
Yes.
Okay. And so it has like 8 steps to success. So you don't have to remember everything that we shared today because it is a repeat of so many of these things on there. But when your care captain is selected and they go to the kickoff party, that's a great opportunity to really talk about, here's an idea I have, or here's something that I did last year, or here's something that I'm thinking about. But really for that person or persons, because I mean we did a 2-person team that really ended up being 3, that's okay. But to really go in with an idea of, okay, I know what it is that I'm expected to do. This is a 6-week campaign, and to really come up with to do something each and every week to keep that momentum going.